Hi, welcome to the Boozy Baker Countdown to Christmas baking specials. Today, what are we doing, Erin?
We're making a gingerbread house.
Ooh. Gingerbread. So we're going to give you two different amounts, whether you want to make a few gingerbread cookies or you want to go all out and make a gingerbread house, because that's what you want to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. I've put an ingredients list out for you, and I've also said to double it for the gingerbread house. You're going to need a pan and a hob. I do recommend not using these little electric ones, they're not as good as your regular one. And some cutters for later, and a bit of cling film for wrapping your dough whilst it chills. Right, Erin, are you ready to bake?
Yeah.
Yeah? Right, so you're going to need, Mr. Busy Baker will have to tell me if I'm still in shot because I have a habit of wandering around. You're going to need to heat in a pan 100 grams of butter or 200 grams if you're going to make the gingerbread house.
Put that
Erin, you going to put that in the pan?
Or even.
No, we put it in the pan.
Yeah. Wait, how do we know this is 200?
Because
I've weighed it out,
already.
That's it.
Let's see, should we just take that last little bits out? There we go.
Lovely.
Ours was already quite melty, wasn't it?
It was a bit melted because it was so hard. I decided to soften it and give it a chance, but I did it a bit too much. And to the butter, you're going to add 100 grams of brown sugar or 200 grams of brown sugar if you're making the gingerbread house. That's all right.
Right, you're going to pour that in?
Oh, is that?
Careful,
Careful, the pan's hot. That's it.
Good.
So you start stirring that with a wooden spoon, Erin.
But don't we need the golden syrup?
Yeah, and then we're going to add 3 tablespoons of golden syrup or 6 tablespoons if you're making the gingerbread house.
Right, I've got a little tip for this. Golden syrup is notoriously sticky, as we all know. And it's very, very difficult to get off the spoon. I've got a horrible feeling.
You might have to speak up a little bit. It is a brand new one. Have I left the lid on?
Yeah, I've got to get this out. Oh no. Ugh.
You alright?
Yeah, fine. In fact, I'm not going to put the squeezy bit on because I want to pour it. I find, careful with your hand, Erin, if you get some really, really, really hot water straight from the kettle and warm your spoon up, the golden syrup will roll off the spoon so much easier than if you do it with a cold spoon, which it likes to stick to it.
So I've never done this, but you told me this, so I'm looking forward to seeing this. No pressure.
Right, so there's one.
Oh, I like that.
I told you.
Handy hint from Mum there.
Yeah.
So heat your spoon. That's boiling water that we've just used, and she's heating it, and then adding the golden syrup, and it is just sliding off. That's amazing. That is a top gingerbread tip.
Ha ha ha. That's ever so often, mums know best, don't they? Right.
That's it, Erin. Are you melting all that?
3. It smells good, doesn't it, Erin?
Yeah.
3.
You keep stirring that, and all Erin's doing is she's going to stir the pan and all the ingredients until it's all combined.
Don't do it too fast, otherwise you might then splash.
4. Was that 4?
Oh, yeah.
Splash,
Okay.
And then you'll probably get hurt.
Okay, I'm being careful. Got a bit of health and safety risk talking here. And we'll go again. You ready?
Yeah.
Oh, I do like that tip.
I'm surprised you didn't know that.
No, I didn't. No, I end up in a gloopy mess with that.
You do. It gets so sticky, and then you're trying to scrape it off. And mind you, this is quite a soft golden syrup
One
anyway.
more, right?
One more. That's right,
Yeah,
Erin.
because the one I used to have when I used to do this kind of stuff is the one in the tin, and that's not quite as soft as this anyway. There we go. So not too much wasted.
Brilliant. No, that's really good. Like that.
There you go. Okay.
So I'll move that out of the way.
It's
Right.
probably not a great one to do with the little ones at this stage.
Right, Erin, that's looking really good and nicely melted. So, shall we just pop that? I'm going to take it off the heat. Give it a nice big stir.
Don't
Brilliant.
go too fast, otherwise.
So that's only been on a medium heat, and it's just all melted so that it's combined. The butter is more on the top of the sugar, but she stirred it in as much as she can, and I'm just going to move that away so we can put all the dry ingredients into a bowl. Okay? You can leave the spoon in there, it won't do it any harm. I'm just going to move this away. Mr. Boozy Baby, can you tell me if that's out of shot now, please?
Yeah, that's
Brilliant.
So
Right.
Right. So, to that, you're going to want to add 250 grams of plain flour or 500 grams if you're making the gingerbread house.
Right. Shall I do it or are you doing it?
Me.
Yeah, we're doing double quantity, remember. Oh! Right. Well
That's
done.
it.
Sorry,
All in.
left a grain in there.
That's fine, Erin.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Thank you.
And to that, you want to put your other dry ingredients. So that's a half teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda.
Wait, which one's
That
this
one?
We've added more like a teaspoon of bicarbonate because we're doing the double.
Okay, in it goes.
If you don't have bicarbonate, you can use baking powder. Just use a little bit more.
And then we have ground ginger. Let me guess. This one?
Smell
Smell
it.
it.
This one?
Smell it.
This one?
So you've got 1 teaspoon of ground ginger or 2 teaspoons if you're making double the quantity.
We have juice.
Okay,
Yeah.
you can tip that in. And
Oh, it's
again, you're going to
covering
want
the fire.
1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon or 2 if you're making double quantities.
Yep.
Okay, Erin, I'll tell you what, you need another spoon now, don't you? Let me go and get you
Oh,
one.
sorry, I used that one. I've got a lot of sticky here, Erin.
I accidentally carved
Bicarbonate, cinnamon, and
There you
ginger.
go.
Yeah.
So you're going to give the dry ingredients, so that's the flour, the ginger and the cinnamon and the bicarbonate of soda. And you're just going to mix that so it's all combined, Erin.
It looks actually pretty cool.
It looks what? Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's.
Can you smell those spices? Do they remind you of
Yeah.
Christmas?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there's a big bit there, wasn't there? Don't go too light or we'll have it all over us. It'll look like we've been in a
Yeah, you're going to need it all
snowstorm.
to create your. So we've got some tin. What are they called? Cutters.
Yeah.
Cutters for a house.
Okay.
You don't have to use cutters. You can get a template online. You can make your own. I've got to say, my architectural skills aren't up at that, so I do like my cutters. But yeah, you can get a template online as well. Or you might have some various little cutters. So we've got shooting stars and Christmas trees and gingerbread men.
That's about done actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, brilliant.
Right, so I'm hoping I'm still in shot here, but if I'm
Be
not.
very careful when you do the flour because you might splash it up.
So you're going to be really careful here because this is a hot pan.
Yeah.
But we're going to pour in the liquid ingredients and then we're going to stir it in. But just bear in mind that hot sugar is very, very painful if you get it on you. It's very hot.
Right, do you want me to do it or
just,
you're going to
if you're
do
going to
it?
stir it, you need to do it
Very
gently.
gently, very gently.
Okay, there's no rush. So just that's it. Real
No, but
gentle
not too
stirring.
fast. That's it. You don't want it to go bloop and come back up. And
No, if it sticks to your skin, it will hurt. So if you're doing this with children, just really watch out for them on this bit.
Well done, very gently. Well done.
That's it. And as it comes together, you should be able to stir it a bit more. You're just kind of wanting to form a dough.
If we do this, and you can sort of see. A bit like cement, really, isn't it? Well, we are building a house.
So as that's coming together, you can add your eggs. It is quite hot at the moment, so I do want that to be a bit more combined before we add an egg because we don't want scrambled egg in it.
Oh no.
No.
That doesn't sound so good, does it?
No.
That's quite good. Shall we add an egg and you mix it in? That's not going to kick up at you now, is it? It's not going to
What
spit
can I
up.
do the egg?
Go on then.
Yay.
Do you want to use this to break it?
I nearly dropped it in.
Chop. Oh, careful. Oh, gosh. Yep.
That's it.
Well done.
Yeah.
Maybe add more stir it in so it doesn't cook.
I just touched the egg. The
Oh,
actual
it's quite thick, isn't it?
Well, it needs to be quite a thick dough.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay, hang on, there we go.
I took the actual egg.
That's all right. You've got a nut, so that's 1 egg for your regular mix. If you're doing the double quantity, remember it's 2 eggs for it. So Erin, there's another egg to add.
Okay. You might not want to try and get the orange bit because that might make it feel a bit weird because it did for me.
Well done.
There you go. That's it. Just pop them on the
Put
side.
it- Yeah. Good.
There you go.
Thank you.
How's that going? Now we've put melted butter into this mix, so as it cools down, it will start to get a much tougher dough.
Does it need to be butter, or can you do it with margarine?
Yeah, good question. So no, well you can do it with margarine, but you won't get the same results because margarine isn't going to set like butter will. So once you've got it into a dough, we're going to chill it in the fridge for at least half an hour so it hardens. So you can get a nice dough that you can roll out. If you use margarine, you're never going to get it that hard. Although you've added all that liquid and the eggs, it is getting thicker rather than
concrete
stoppier.
mixer.
It is actually quite hard.
It is hard, isn't it? Whoa.
This is what it looks like in ours.
That's it.
Good. Keep going.
Do you want Mummy to have a go, or are you alright?
I'm alright.
I'm doing the sound effects. It's like a machine that's gone wrong. Actually, it's coming together, Erin. It's coming together. It's starting to come away from the sides of the dish now.
It is. Doing a really good job.
It's good exercise,
It's like
this,
a
isn't it?
dough. You know, it's
Very
It's
sticky
getting more.
dough,
It's
isn't
a
it?
very sticky dough at the moment, but it should come together more.
If
It isn't
I do
really-
this, you can see it's starting to
You
slide
haven't got-
away.
Try and not get it nearby the sides. Try and just get the side bits off.
Is that the way to do it, do you think?
Yeah,
I
otherwise
would just keep mixing
it
it.
would probably stick to the sides as well then.
Yeah, get that bit off.
So
the
what you
side
can
there.
do when you've got your dough to a point that it's kind of you've all mixed together and it's stiffer, and put it in the fridge for at least half an hour. Cover it with some cling film.
There she goes. Oh, that's it. Oh gosh, she's plugged in now. Going a bit faster.
Whoa.
Wow, that's a good dough.
Do you want me to have a go?
Yeah, that is a good dough. It's like in a good shape.
Shall we?
It is a good dough, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very, very shiny.
Shiny.
Right. Do you think we can tip that onto some cling film?
Yeah.
Right. So here's some cling film. I'm gonna put that down, Erin. Right. So we're going to tip the dough
That's yummy.
out onto
Okay.
cling film, and then wrap the dough. I don't know if you can see me on camera or not, but we're going to wrap the dough.
That's yummy.
Make
What-
sure
what-
it doesn't escape from the ends.
Yeah, it's a runaway dough.
It is a bit greasy, isn't it?
To let you know, it's very yummy.
Good. Right, once you've got it all contained within your cling film, get it to rest in the fridge, chill it down until it's a stiff dough. Ours is quite warm, so ours might take more like an hour than 30 minutes, but see how you do and we'll come back when we've got a nice solid dough. Hi, we are back with our dough, aren't we, Erin? Yeah? Now this has been in the fridge for quite a while, so it's pretty sturdy. We actually left it in the fridge for quite a while, didn't we? Because we got a bit distracted doing other things.
We did it for one night.
So that's all right. We're just going to pull off the cling film. Now, do get some flour for your worktop. I think it's going to be quite a sticky dough, so I'm putting a bit more down just to give us a helping hand. There we go. Just put that over there. Now we can put that away. That's it. Now make sure your rolling pin is nicely covered with flour, because I think it does. It's all that golden syrup in it. I think is going to make it very sticky. What do you
Flour
think?
feels good.
Okay. Right. So I'll keep rolling this out here, Erin. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you want to have a nice house and a few cookies for outside the house. Is that right?
2 candy canes, a snowman,
Okay.
a Christmas tree for outside.
Okay.
Then we have our pieces.
That's quite a lot, isn't it? Should we see
and
what
then
we?
we have the front house, the sides, and for the roof. And then we have these bits for the chimney.
Now that's beginning to stick to my worktop, so I'm just going to make sure I've got plenty of flour underneath as it's rolling out bigger and bigger. I don't want it to stick, so it's a nice big layer underneath that. That's it.
I've done the flour because I just rolled inside the flour.
Okay, well done. Yeah, we need keep it all on your rolling pin, and then just ever so often just move your dough and make sure that it's not sticking to the worktop.
And now?
Not yet, it needs to be thinner than this. Oh, you imagine you've got to get 2 of each of those on
I need
here.
2 of these.
Yeah.
4 of these.
Yeah. I don't think you're going to fit them. And it would be very, very thick gingerbread at the moment. And then that would make it quite soft gingerbread. And you need this to be quite firm. Are you having a go? Well done. Excellent. Brilliant. Oh, get you. Concentration on your face, Erin.
Ow!
It's starting to get sticky. Don't worry if you've made a hole. It will.
No, I accidentally did that with my
That's fine.
finger.
I think you need to roll up your sleeves, madam. Look at you. Becoming a snowman.
Frosty the Snowman.
So I'm going to keep on doing this. And we are rolling it out probably about just under 1/2 centimetre thick. Doing a really good job there. Can I have a look?
Yeah.
Try not to roll it off the end too much. We want to try and keep as much as possible. That's it.
I'm moving it.
That's beginning to look already like gingerbread, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just try not to push it off the ends too much. Can I have a go? Do a bit of sharing. Brilliant. Thank you.
Oh, there's a lump.
Okay, yeah, I can see that lump. Well done. So we're having a nice even bake, yeah? So
Yeah.
we're going to roll it different ways.
Now, can
There we go. I can smell the ginger, can you?
we? Yeah. Can we do 4?
Hang on.
That looks like we can only put 3.
Hang on. Right. Okay, let's have a look. We're going to try and place these. Obviously, if you're doing cutters, then you'll be fine because you can place them wherever you want, and then you can always roll it out again. We want to make the most of this. So, Erin, should we go
You
there?
can actually do it with a knife and then make.
Should we go there?
Yeah.
Go on, then press down.
Ugh.
Okay. Yeah. And then, can we go that way? We can't. So, whoa. Shall we go? Don't worry. Shall we go? Can we fit 2 of these on?
Yeah.
Oh, we can. Hang on. Okay, go on then. That's it. We make sure it's everywhere. And then we'll do it again. Well done. Brilliant. Well done. And then do you want to do your smaller ones in all these bits? And we should
Yeah.
hopefully have enough that we can roll out.
We need 2 of these.
That's our chimney, isn't it? So 2 of those.
Yeah.
Well done. Well remembered.
And then 2 of these because this is
2 of the
our-
sides. Excellent.
for the chimney.
It's like you're an architect.
Oh.
Brilliant, that's all right. We'll pop that out. I'm going to put them on a tray with some baking paper already on it, so it's lined with baking
I
paper.
did it again.
Oh, there we go. That's it. Now, if you have smaller pieces of gingerbread, yeah, you can do those.
Yes.
If you've got smaller pieces of gingerbread, you'll be looking to bake them for about 10 minutes. If you've got larger pieces, they may need a few more minutes. So just keep an eye on them.
I need some more pieces for these 2.
Okay, that's all right, because we're going to roll it out again.
And
So
also we need.
we'll
3
put all
more of
the
these.
smaller pieces on one. So we're making the house, making the double the amount of dough to the recipe so that we had enough for a house. And, oh, very careful, there we go. Is your brother distracting you, Erin?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Is he pulling faces through the window?
He's flossing.
Right. Now, I'll put that somewhere in a minute. We've run out of space. We need
Yeah.
another tray. So do keep putting them on your baking trays. I'll just move this
That's
out of the way.
really flour.
It is quite a lot of flour on it now, so I'm just going to scoop it up away from the flour. Is there any flour?
I know, but it feels weird.
There we go. So I'm just balling it up again. There we go. Yeah? I'm just pulling the flour away because it's got a lot of flour on it now, just so that I can push it into a dough. It's not flaky. Don't worry. Hang on, Erin. Can I just put it in a dough for you? Because we just don't want lines and things in it.
Yeah.
The other thing you might choose to do is when they've been baked, if they do lose their shape a bit, you can recut them whilst they're warm, whilst they're hot out of the oven. You can recut them with the cutters. Particularly if you're doing a house that needs to be like all matched together. You alright? Just remember we need this shape, Erin, to go first. So can I advise,
Okay.
just so it matches,
That
that we go
doesn't-
longer? Yeah, because it's about the right width, but we need to go longer, don't
That's
we?
just half of it.
Yeah, it'd be a weird house, wouldn't it?
Yeah, we could just do halves on everything. We could half that and just make.
So I think we're probably about there on the... Are you measuring it out? Oh, okay. So it's nearly there. We'll make it a bit longer.
Could fit one.
Make it a bit longer. We want it to be the same thickness as well, don't we?
Yeah.
So
That
let's...
could fit one.
Yeah. Well, we only need one now because you've made one side.
Well, we need the roofs. So we need 2 more. Remember the
Oh yeah, we did, didn't we? Yeah, you're right. Oh, it's a good job one of us is paying attention. We have got quite a ginormous house here. We might need to trim it down a bit. No?
No.
I think we might. Yeah. Go on then. Are you going to cut that one out?
Wait, we need half it because there's this and then we can.
Right, we'll come back to you once we've got everything cut out. Okay, so we've cut them all out. Now, Erin was a little bit of a genius here. So I realised that the amount of gingerbread we made, plus all the extra bits that you wanted, wasn't quite going to make 4 of these long...
Because we need the roof to go like
Yeah, you need
this.
2 for the roof and 2 for the sides, didn't you?
Yeah.
So what was your idea?
I thought of cutting them in half so
Yeah.
that we would have more.
So we've got a square house, which is a
Yeah.
brilliant idea. So we're going to have a nice square house. So if you have the same problem and you think, oh no, the kids wanted to make star shapes or something and we haven't quite got enough, as long as you keep the edges of the front of the house and you know, all the edges the same, you'll be fine. So we've got a nice square house
It's
now.
just because you forgot.
I did forget we needed 4. I thought we needed 2. So you've done a fantastic job. And we're going to chill these just for a moment, just so that they get a bit harder before we put them in the fridge. Before we put them in the oven. And then we're going to bake them for about 10 to 12 minutes. Now, the oven temperatures are 180 for conventional, 160 for fan, and gas mark 4. You want to cook them for about 10 to 12 minutes. Now, your smaller pieces, like our candy canes, might need more like 7 or 8 minutes.
Just on my toe.
You stubbed your toe. Your regular size shapes are more like 10 minutes, 12 minutes at most. Some of the bigger pieces might need a bit longer. So you're looking for a nice golden shape.
Yeah, and also, by the way, we have a gingerbread man or woman. That
Yeah.
could be a skirt
Yeah,
or dress. And then we have an angel,
you do.
which we also made, which we didn't tell you guys yet. And then we have more Christmas trees.
A whole forest of Christmas trees. So we're going to... We could make a forest. So we're going to put these in the fridge just so that they cool down a little bit, chill, and then put them in the oven for, depending on what you've made, check them, the smaller ones, 8 minutes, 10 minutes, and the larger ones, go for the whole 10 to 12 minutes, but be prepared to put them in for a bit longer. You're looking for them to be golden, slightly darker than when you put them in, and then put them on the side and let them cool down, and
They'll turn crispier.
they'll harden when they're out the oven.
Yeah.
All right then, we'll see you later.
Bye!
Hi, we're back and we've got another elf with us. The gingerbread has come out so nicely. So I don't know if you can see these, sorry guys, but the Christmas tree. So there's no need to cut them out. If you did, that's no problem at all. But they've really held their shape beautifully. So to ice them, I've got 250 grams of icing sugar, and we're going to add an egg white. Now, if you don't want to do this, you can just use water until it becomes a paste. But
What's the difference between then using water and an egg white?
so egg white will set more.
Okay.
So particularly if you're doing anything gluing like the houses together, it'll be a lot stiffer and it will set quicker. So I would really recommend it. For doing these kind of cookies, if you're layering them, it just gives them a bit of strength that they don't squish underneath each other. But you could use water on these.
Yeah, we have
Your antlers in my face. So I'm just going to crack. You are. So I'm going to crack the egg, and I'm going to put the egg white with the icing sugar. There we go. And I'm just going to juggle that egg yolk in between, because I don't want that in. and I'm going to add that egg yolk to my growing pile of egg yolks, and I'm going to use that to make some curd later. We do have a recipe for curd within lemon meringue pie. I think it's about 18 minutes in. I should really separate them, but if you want to have a go at making curd, do go to lemon meringue pie and have a look. Yes, you can mix that up, darling.
Yeah.
I would advise, having had a number of accidents with these eggs, to maybe separate it separately and then pour it in.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Because if you get
So if you're not sure, do it over a different bowl or a cup.
I mean, I thought I could do it, and I was quite good at it till we did one workshop, and I think I cracked about 6 eggs, and on the 6th one or 7th one, I got it wrong.
It went wrong.
It all went wrong.
Then we had to have lots of omelettes.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
So, Erin, do you want me to help you with this? Yeah. What you want is a nice paste that.
Can you imagine being able to ice it?
Yeah, you want it to be kind of. You want to be able to pipe it and it not be too stiff. But at the same time, you don't want it to run. You're getting there.
11 pipers piping.
11 pipers piping,
pipers
or just
piping.
one Erin piping. Should we give Anmar a go as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, she's much better at beating.
Let me
than
just. Thank you.
We could make our own up, couldn't we? We could have.
Well, we have.
11 Boozy Bakers beating.
On the first day, what did we do?
What did we do? Oh,
I can't remember. Mulled wine.
Yeah, we did. Yes.
Boozy Bakers gave to me a YouTube video on mulled wine.
Perfect.
Yeah,
And the
that's
second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. What did we
Boozy
do?
Bakers gave to me.
Oh, sorry, Boozy Bakers gave to me. What did we do? Biscotti? No, we didn't.
I don't know, you guys
Can't
have to tell
remember.
us. Panettone maybe? Right,
Maybe.
This is ever so slightly too thick. So, what I'm going to do, rather than crack another egg white, which will make it too thin, I'm just going to add a little bit of water.
Teaspoon of water.
Just a little bit of water. Bear with me.
Let's have a look, Erin. We need to make this really smooth, because what you don't want when it's in the icing bag is for it to have blobs of icing sugar.
Actually, you might want it on the gingerbread because then it looks frosty.
Yeah, you can make it look frosty anyway, couldn't
And
you?
that'll be very good on the
Here you go, guys.
chimney.
It would
So,
be very good.
I'm
on
just
the
going to
chimney,
add
put it on really
a
thick.
little bit of water, just a little spoonful, and see how that ends up. Icing sugar doesn't need a lot of liquid
No,
to
it
make
doesn't.
it really run, so do it bit by bit. I think that's probably about right.
There you go, darling.
So just make sure it's all together. Oh, look at those muscles.
She's very good at mixing,
She
actually,
is very
isn't
good at mixing.
Mm.
Don't know why I bought a mixer. Choose Erin.
Let's make the sound, Erin.
Hang on, I need someone to hold
Here we
the
go.
bowl.
You alright?
There she goes.
Yeah, that's really good. Can I show them the consistency, Erin?
Yeah.
Yeah, well done. So now, if I hold it, it's in like thick ribbons, very thick ribbons. You're not eating it like that, Erin. So you can
Yeah.
see
No, Erin, don't touch
it
it.
is thick,
Okay.
but to pipe that out is going to be lovely. So we happen to have little piping bags with a little metal nozzle with a small opening. It's a little round opening at the bottom there. Now, if you don't have anything like this, you can either freehand or you can get a little bag and cut a very tiny hole in the corner and use it like that. So, Erin, can I fill this for you?
I'm
And
just
if
trying
you're going
get
to
the size
totally
up.
cheat, you can buy pens.
Yeah,
of
you
icing.
can. Yeah. Right. Okay,
Oh,
I've got to try and fit that in the bag.
I think we let Mummy do that.
Mummy's getting in a mess too. Right, Erin, I'm not going to put too much in the bag because you want to make sure it stays in and doesn't squeeze out.
Okay.
The wrong side, rather. You don't want it coming back up at you and getting your hand messy. So I'm not going to use all of it at once. I've just rolled the top over just so that I've always got an edge which is a bit cleaner. So I can just roll that back up again and push it down and twist the bag to try and stop it coming up, but it will, so do make sure you keep a tight grip at the top.
You can buy these kind of little kits, can't you? In
You
places
can.
like Wilkinson's.
And you can get plastic ones
Yeah.
as well.
Don't we want it coloured though?
So, well, I thought these we could do quite classic, and then for your gingerbread house,
Oh
we'll
yeah,
get
like
colourful.
like a nice white Christmas.
So with these,
Yeah.
shall I do one and then let you do? So I would You could do baubles.
But can we not
This-
do these ones? Can we not do these ones? Because those ones I want to colour.
Okay,
All
that's
these.
fine.
5,
Hang on.
6.
Oh, look at these baubles.
So I've got lots of baubles, and then I'm just going
Are you putting the garland
to put the
on?
garland there. There we go. So hang on, Erin, can you take the top of that? Make sure you squeeze that, twist it and squeeze it.
Don't squeeze
So-
too hard or it's going to come out.
So that's the kind of icing we've done on these. And then you just want to let that set on the side.
A bit more than that, I think, love.
How you doing, Erin?
Yeah.
But if you want to embellish these even further, you could, as Erin said, you could colour the icing using a liquid gel. Obviously, if you're going to do that, make sure that you've substituted some of the water or added a little teaspoon of icing sugar to allow for the fact you've added a liquid colour, or gels will work. You can also use edible decorations and sprinkle those on top.
And you can get that little silver ball.
Yeah, little silver balls in there. We can get all sorts now. You can get sugar sands and all sorts. So, feel free to embellish as much as you want. If you want to just dip them into the icing and then dip them into like hundreds of thousands or something of festive colours, you could. Do feel free to send us your finished biscuits. We'd love to see them. And as I said, we will put a video together, and we might do it as a bit of a family video for Christmas Eve of making the gingerbread house.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
So I think it'll be lovely for the children to do. So if you do this gingerbread recipe and you want to make a house, you can join us on Christmas Eve at 2 to make a gingerbread house. And it will just be the gluing part and the decorating.
I don't want to do those.
So I'm going to leave Erin to decorate all of these. How are you doing there?
Good.
So I hope you've enjoyed this workshop. Gingerbread, I think, is so traditionally Christmas, isn't it? So I really hope you have fun. I hope if you've got kids, they can get involved and you can enjoy this all together. All of our workshops are completely free. I hope you've really been enjoying them. If you would like to support us, you can donate to Boozy Bakers at www.buymeacoffee.com/boozybakers. And you can buy us a virtual drink as way of a donation.
I mean a coffee, not a drink.
It can be a drink.
Yeah, whichever.
It could be a glass of wine.
And of course, do subscribe to our YouTube channel. There is loads more.
Yes.
Erin, you're going to lose all of the icing.
Look at the top.
We will leave you to it. Enjoy icing. I'm going to rescue this and help Erin. And we'll see you for another one of our workshops. Bye, guys.
Bye.